The Man I Thought I Knew, My Story. It started nearly 3 years ago, when the man I loved turned into a stranger. Henry and I had been together for close to a decade, married for more than half that time. Our life wasn't perfect, but it was ours. We had the kind of quiet rhythm that comes with time. I thought we were happy, until I realized we weren't. Looking back, maybe I should have seen it coming. The sudden late nights, the way he flinched when I asked too many questions, how his phone became an extension of his hand, but I didn't want to believe it. I trusted him. Maybe that's what makes this story so painful. I didn't lose a marriage, I lost my reality. It was just before our anniversary when I first brought up how distant he'd become. I told him I felt like I was reaching out in the dark for someone who had already walked away. He said he was just stressed from work, that he was tired, that I was overthinking. So I did what I always did. I blamed myself. Maybe I was too emotional, maybe I was too much. Then came D-Day, number 1. I'll never forget the look on his face when he told me. He said it just happened, that it was a one-night thing with someone he met during a business trip. He said he was drunk, that it meant nothing. But how do you trust someone who just burned your whole world down? I didn't scream. I didn't throw things. I just sat there, stunned. He cried, said he was sorry, said he would do anything to fix what he'd done. And I, God help me, I believed him. We tried to rebuild. Went to couples therapy. He promised he wanted to change, that it was a mistake, not a reflection of who he was. But every time I asked questions, he shut down. Every time I cried, he asked how long I was going to punish him. He never seemed to understand that I wasn't punishing him. I was hurting, and he didn't want to see that. Weeks passed, then months. We moved on in name only, no intimacy, no affection. He'd say he loved me, but I could feel the distance, wider than ever. Then came D-Day number 2. I got a message from a woman I didn't know, his coworker's wife. She had found messages, pictures, dates. I stared at the screenshots like they were in another language. The man who swore he'd changed had lied, again. When I confronted him, he denied everything at first, told me the woman was crazy, that I was crazy. But once I showed him what I had, he unraveled, confessed only to what I already knew. That's when I realized he wasn't sorry. He was sorry he got caught. Still, he begged me to stay, said he loved me, said he didn't know why he kept doing it. I didn't know either, but I stayed. I thought maybe I could help him find his way back. But things didn't get better, they got worse. I found messages to his friends, messages where he painted himself as the victim. Told them I was controlling, that I barely let him go anywhere, that I forced him to check in all the time. But none of that was true. He was the one who offered to share his location. He was the one who said he wanted to rebuild trust. And now I saw the truth. He was telling everyone around him that I was the prison warden, and he was the poor man locked in. The worst part? They believed him. I didn't even recognize my husband anymore. I begged him to go to individual counseling. I started going too. I journaled. I read books. I tried everything to understand why someone who said they loved me could hurt me like this. And then came D-Day number 3, the final blow. What he'd described as a one-night stand in the beginning, it wasn't. It was a long-term affair with a colleague. It had started before our first conversation about divorce. I realized the night he told me he was unhappy in the marriage, he had already checked out. He had already chosen someone else. Every time I had asked him, "Is there anything else I should know?" he lied, and every time he looked me in the eye and said, "No," he was betraying me all over again. Finally, I asked him for the truth, the whole truth, not the graphic details, just the facts. When, who, how long. I told him if there was any hope of healing, I needed honesty. Instead, he got defensive, told me he was tired of everything being about his mistakes, that I had things to own up to too, as if I was the one who had lied, as if I had the affairs, as if I had shattered us and buried the glass. I asked him, "Do you even want to fix this? Are you committed to this marriage at all?" He paused, looked me dead in the eye, and said, "Sometimes I don't know if it's worth it." That was the moment I knew. He wanted reconciliation without accountability. He wanted a clean slate without cleaning up the mess. He wanted me to heal without him doing the work. When I told him I couldn't move forward without honesty, he said, "Fine, I'll tell you everything, but then I'm leaving." As if the truth was the cost of his love. As if I was the one demanding too much. He packed a bag, left for a hotel, said he needed time to think. And now here I am, sitting alone in a quiet house that still smells like his cologne, wondering if the man I fell in love with was ever really there, or just someone he pretended to be. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe he'll tell the truth, but I'm not sure I'll believe it anymore. I used to be afraid of losing him. Now, I'm more afraid of losing myself. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on what you think I should do next.